All right, it's party time. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the 21st Century Distributing's virtual roadshow of 2024. I'm Mark Arajanian. I'll be your MC for the week of our live training marathon. And if you are viewing this live, congratulations, because you now have 50 points that can be applied towards vendor products, sponsored vendor products like Vanco, who we have here today. Dale with Vanco, who is the Southeast manager. So we appreciate Dale being here. This webinar is also being recorded and will be displayed later today on the right side of the Roadshow page, where you or a member of your team will earn an additional 20 points for watching the recorded version of this event. So make sure you do that. Or if you have a teammate that wants to view this after the fact, make sure you check that out, because you'll get 20 points for that. The virtual roadshow will continue through the entire week with live webinars, and you'll be able to earn points on visiting our virtual booths, which will be opening very soon in the main hall. Like I said, watching recorded videos and playing the virtual arcade through the weekend. Also, make sure to claim your free lunch from Grubhub in our food court anytime today and every day through the week through Friday. So make sure you do that. So for the first hour of the day, like I said, we have Dale with Vanco is going to go over Vanco's connected solutions. If you have any questions, please go ahead and type those in the Q&A section below. If you do that and take the poll, which we're going to have go live here pretty soon, we have a couple questions we want to ask you. Then we will be raffling off a Vanco HDMI extender. So you ask a question, you take the poll. We will be raffling off an extender for you guys today. So one of you lucky participants will win. We're going to be giving off raffle prizes throughout the day, throughout the week. So make sure you take as many live trainings as you can for points and products. So Dale, great to have you here, buddy. Looking forward to our first session of the day. How you doing?
Good, good. How are you? Thank you guys for having me, and looking forward to going over some Vanco products and seeing what everybody can use and getting some feedback on it.
I like the light behind you. It looks like
a brilliant idea.
Yeah, very angelic today. So yeah, why don't you go ahead and share your screen? We'll get going.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. All right, can you see that?
Yeah, looks good.
All righty. So today we're going to go over kind of the broad spectrum that Vanco has to offer for everyone. A little bit of background about the company, and just kind of try to touch on everything, kind of give a 40,000 foot view of Vanco and what we can offer to you. So a little bit about Vanco is we've been around almost 70 years now, and originally started as a provider of mobile and CB accessories. Currently, we are focused on AV distribution and audio products. How we got the name Vanco is it comes from Van Company, as the original products were sold right out of the back of a van, driving around and just selling products. Currently, we are headquartered right outside of Chicago, about 45 minutes west of Chicago, and been there for quite some time. That's a picture of our office building and warehouse currently. A little bit about our warehouse. We do have over 85,000 square feet to stock product in. This says 4,000 items in stock. We're probably currently closer to 6,000 as we have expanded our product range. We do keep about 97% of our product in stock in the warehouse, and we are receiving orders from our warehouses in overseas. I'd say probably every 10 to 14 days we're receiving more products in to keep our stock plenty high, so that we keep the back orders very limited. And orders received by 1:30 Central Time, so 2:30 your guys' time, will ship out the same day. So that is a little later than some of our competitors. And we try to, being shipped out of Chicago, it is just about 2 days to get anywhere that we do ship, which is really nice. This is a picture of our upstairs testing facility. As you can see, we have a bunch of different TVs. Throughout those TVs, we have a bunch of different sources. This way, what this gives us the ability to do is kind of test our product for real world solutions. We know there are a bunch of different makes and models out there that are being used and different sources. This gives us the ability to test our product before we send it out to you to make sure that it does work in those real world solutions that we are seeing. Our Evolution product, which we will touch on a little bit later, does have a 10-year warranty, which kind of sets us apart from some of our competitors, which gives us an advantage of backing our product, and if it does happen to fail on you, we will stand by the product and make sure we get a replacement in your hands. Our HDMI cables are going to have that lifetime warranty. All products being tested twice is huge. Once when it comes in from our factory, we will test it to make sure that it is working. And once before we send it out, once a PO has been placed, what this does, we try to cut down on the failures as much as possible. This way, when you get the product, it's just plug and play for you. Obviously, everything's tested 100% in the US in this room that you see here. And then you see some of our brand partners there that we work with to make sure that everything is working. Our tech support, they are available whether it be over the phone, email, or we do have a chat feature on our website that can be utilized. They are there from 9 a.m. Eastern time to 6 p.m. Eastern time. So something to keep in mind. They are there a little bit later if need be. So what does Vanco do? This is a range of the products that we offer, and we do have 7 brands covering AV. So we try to make it a one-stop shop for you. The only thing we don't offer, other than that, we can handle anything that comes through in a project. The Vanco line, this is our largest line. What it's going to be is our AV products, accessories, and some connectivity, some datacom products. This is, like I said, this is our accessory side of the things, the wall plates, the cat cables, some HDMI cables. This is where we see all of that stuff fall into. Evolution, this is going to be our pro line of HDMI distribution products, whether it be video over IP, HD-based T extenders. This is where we really see the higher end video distribution products. Beale Street Audio is going to be our Sonic Vortex technology speakers, and we'll go through those a little bit here in a little bit. But these are our in-ceiling speakers, in-wall speakers, subs, amps, everything like that. Pulse Audio is going to be our audio accessories side. So some volume controls, some Bluetooth amps, Wi-Fi amps, little accessories that we need for the audio side of things, whether it be commercial or residential. That's where we would find some of those. ProCell is going to be our professional series batteries from Duracell. So we are a licensed distributor of those as well. Monster products, whether it be our new Bluetooth Monster Solar speaker, our surge protectors, Monster HDMI cables, we are licensed to sell those as well and keep those in-house. And then TenMat. TenMat is a manufacturer of fire-rated enclosures for speakers and lighting. Now, while we do not stock these in our warehouse, we are licensed to sell them. They do ship out of New Jersey. So the PO can still be placed through us. The SKUs are, on the price list, and everything can come through us. It just doesn't ship from our warehouse. But we'll touch on these a little bit towards the end of the presentation here and go over those. Vanco and the verticals that we support. We are able, with our vast range of product, to support a lot of different verticals, from bar and restaurant to the corporate side, conference and boardrooms, some digital signage, education, healthcare, house of worship, residential, obviously, some retail, security, and we can do video walls a multitude of different ways, which I will touch on here in a little bit. This is a little example of kind of how our product will fall into a commercial project. This is more of a boardroom type of solution. As you can see here, we do have collaboration switchers, like video bar. We can do the in-ceiling speakers, a 10-button control, keypad for it, HDMI cables, some video distribution with an extender there, amplifiers for it. So there is, in a situation like this, outside of the displays, Vanco can do everything in this project. And then this is a residential project that we would come across. As you can see, we can do the outdoor speakers, the subs, the in-walls, the TV mounts, video bars, again, HDMI cables, extenders, and we can touch on everything here for you, which is really nice. Try to make it, again, our goal is to be that one-stop shop that you can cover the entire project through with us, and then just pick up your displays. So the Vanco brand here, we do have our audio video cables. So whether that's HDMI, VGA, some pure audio cables, or Cat 5 or Cat 6. Now, we do not offer Cat 6 in very long runs. You're not going to be doing an entire project of Cat 6 with us, but we do offer, those accessory Cat 6, whether it be patch panel cables or we do have some longer runs, in that 50 feet, 100-foot run range. We can do that as well. Our HDMI active distribution products, so our extenders, splitters, switchers, smaller matrix units, these are going to be what we would put more towards the basic side of things. Are going to be non-HD base T, very plug and play, just pure video extension, no crazy features on them. That's where we would have to get into the evolution side of things. The more we want to ramp up those features, but we are going to have some IR distribution for those. The converters, connectors, and adapters, again, for the HDMI, the audio, the networking solutions, we are able to offer a lot of those different type of connections, whether it be, VGA to HDMI, or, if we're doing some crazy conversions, coax to HDMI, we're able to offer those as well. And in that Vanco brand is where those are going to fall. The networking solutions, as you can see here, the datacom side of things, so the brush plates, the wall plates, the keystone inserts, little things like that we are able to offer. And then the newest piece that we do have, relatively recent, is the display mounts. We do offer, I wouldn't say a wide range, but we do have the four mounts that you're looking for: fixed, tilt. We're able to offer those as well. HDMI cables. So the Vanco side of things is where you're going to see the HDMI cables as well. And kind of what we'll go through a little bit, what makes our HDMI cables a little bit different for you. So we do have braided coverage on the HDMI cables, as well as a 360-degree metal casing around the connector. What this does is help reduce interference. If we are pulling this through the wall, there's always interference that's occurring. This is helping to cut down on that. We also have a gel molding that goes around that metal casing. Again, one, so the connection doesn't fall off, and two, this is now another protection against that interference. And this is where our triple shielding comes in. So obviously it's braided. Then we have the insulated wires, and then the connections are insulated well with the gel molding and the full metal casing. Another thing you can see here on the end of the cables, you see those little notches on the cable. This is what we call our secure fit. And what this does, you will actually hear the cables click into the display or into the source. And it's just a little extra security that cable is not going to fall out or move around. We all know how HDMI connections are, and sometimes they're not the greatest, staying put. So this will help with that, keep that connection tight for us so we don't lose any video. This is a great tool that we have on our website, and I'm sure some of the branches have this in there for you to see as well. This is just a comparison of all of the different HDMI cables that we offer, whether we're doing active optical or we're just doing a pure, copper HDMI cable. This will give you the features of all of them and the capabilities. So this is a great tool for you guys to be able to see and use if you are trying to find out which HDMI cable that we need to be using.
Are they all secure fit, Dale? All your cables?
They are not all secure fit. Most of them are, as we drop down into the more, again, not basic side of things, but less features and capabilities, that secure fit starts to go away. I believe it comes back on the USCP, the Ultra Slims, is where that secure fit is going to come back, and everything up from there.
And we got another question from the Bib, I like that name. Are the braided cables rated for in-wall use?
Yes, so our cables can be used in-wall. It all comes down to, I guess how far you're running it, and your capability to pull it through the wall. But yes, all of our cables can be pulled in-wall.
Very good.
All right, so we'll jump into the evolution side of things, more of our pro side of the video distribution. How we stand apart from our competition. We talked a little bit about this, but the company being around for almost 70 years, we've been developing this AV side of things for 60 plus years. Again, our products are tested 100% in the US, and like we talked about, they are tested twice. We do have that 10-year warranty, which sets us apart a little bit from our competition. Shows that we really stand behind our product. We are members of the HDBaseT Alliance, CEDIA, and AVIXA, so we do have all those qualifications and meet any technology standards that we need to with our product. We do have some exclusive patent products as well, which is nice. Some things a little different than our competition. Again, we do have third-party controls drivers. Since we do not have a control system of ourselves, we are able to work with all of the big control systems out there, which makes it nice, makes our product agnostic to anything else that may be going into the project. We can do our video wall, digital signage, multi-view, as well as the video over IP side of things. And I'll dive a little bit more into these as we go along. We can do customized training, system design support if that's something you guys need. You have a project coming up, not quite sure what product to put in there. That's something we can help out with as well as a project registration and demo program if there is something that you guys wanted to get your hands on, that you were interested in. That's always something we can do as well. Our HDMI extenders, this is probably the big bulk of our business. Everybody knows extenders pretty plug and play, which is really nice. We do offer anywhere from 40 meters to 100 meters if we're using Cat 6, 300 meters if we're doing fiber. Now, I will say with the Cat 6, our extenders do not require Cat 6 to be used. However, we are going to start losing video quality and distance if we are not using Cat 6. So something to keep in mind. I know sometimes different cable cannot be run, but not that our product won't work. Just know that sometimes the capabilities may drop. We do offer KVM extenders for those security solutions that are needed, VGA and ARC, and now eARC options if those are features that are needed. We do have wireless extenders as well, whether it be 1080p or 4K. That is something we can do. We offer that in That's going to give us 165 feet line of sight, full 4K wireless. Now, I don't recommend putting two of them on the same project as the frequencies will cross over, but this is great for that outdoor solution. Maybe we can't run, can't run a cat cable there. This is great. Just throw one of these extenders in there and it'll send that video for you. We do have wall plate options as well. This is nice for the boardroom education side of things. Just have an HDMI input right in the wall or in the desk if we wanted to do it that way. Again, obviously, we're going to have those full 4K solutions and HD base T options if we need HD base T. If we don't, we can also find a solution for that as well. Help keep that budget down a little bit. The KVM extenders, this is something a little new that we're going into, but it extends that USB signal using HDMI and cat cable, which is nice. And as you can see here, gives us that ability to control that security NVR, DVR with a keyboard and mouse and not be local in the control room. So it gives us that ability to control all those cameras. That does come in a 1080p and 4K option, depending on what the project calls for. And we do have it in different ranges, either 50 meters or 70 meters. So it's that 160 feet and 220 feet. So we can definitely handle any of those projects that come up for sure. HD base T extender, plug and play just like our non-HD base T extenders, which is really nice. Again, prefer using Cat 6. We can use Cat 5 if needed, but again, just make sure we realize those capabilities may be reduced a little bit. Ethernet pass-through on our HD base T, as well as the offering of eARC, which is, as we start going more and more in the residential side of things, eARC is where everybody wants to be able to either send that from, the display or, get that back to our audio receiver. eARC is where we want to be leaning on that. This is another great chart that I believe all the branches have as well. This gives you a list of all of our video extenders on the evolution side of things and their main capabilities and features. So this is a great tool to use to say, okay, I need it to be this video quality as well as whatever distance. So now we can limit down, okay, we need to be using one of 3 extenders. And then we can kind of narrow it down based on the features that we do need as we move further along right in the chart. So something to keep in mind, this is on our website as well as, like I said, I believe this is in all the branches as well. So a great tool for you to use to be able to figure out which solution that you do need. If you did have any questions on it, you can always give me a call as well.
Got a couple here for you.
Yeah.
The difference between HD base T versus standard HDMI extender. I guess that's kind of a standard question from various extenders, but are they all HD base T or?
No, so not all of our extenders are HD base T. The difference between HD base T is HD base T has a 5-play that goes through it. So what that is it needs to be able to pass 5 things through that Ethernet or cat cable, which kind of sets it apart from a regular cat cable. It needs to be able to pass video, audio, IR, and I can't remember the other 2 off the top of my head. So that is something to keep in mind. Obviously, if it does have HD base T on the box, it is going to bring that price up a little bit because it does meet those standards that HD base T has set for us. That is not a Vanco thing. That is an industry thing. HD base T is its own separate entity that creates those standards that need to be met. So it's going to have, the extender will have a different chipset in there to be able to handle HD base T. So just something to keep in mind. And it will say, whether it's HD base T or not, whether it be on the box or on our website, it will let you know.
Kevin asked a great question. Are there different distance limitations when using eARC?
EARC will not EARC will not change the distance that the extender can send the video. No.
Okay. Let me see here. And then what is the warranty on non-evolution extenders? Is that also 10 years?
So if it's Vanco, I believe it's going to be 5 years. I will let me double check that at the end.
We know
Yes.
evolution is 10 years.
Evolution is 10, yes.
Okay.
But I will double check on non-evolution extenders and what that is.
Okay.
I can find that out.
All right. I have a couple more questions. Let's just go through this. We could ask them at the end. Go ahead, Dale.
Okay. So our HDMI switchers and splitters, we can do it in a few different formats. We can do it in pure HDMI, or if we need to use cat cable as well, we can offer a solution for that as well. We can do it in tiling or multi-view. So if we have one big TV in the basement, we kind of call it our man cave in our box, our 4x2 multi-viewer, multiple sources to the big display, and now we can break those up into some tiling or different custom layouts that we need to use. We can also do that with a video wall if we wanted to do a matrix instead of some video over IP. We can do that in a matrix form as well. So something to keep in mind. We don't necessarily always have to go IP, but we can do those multi-view or video wall with just a matrix unit. We do have that capability as well. Again, the video wall multi-view products, this is something we're seeing more and more of, whether it be commercial or residential. Video wall is huge, especially in the commercial side of things, especially as we get more and more into that. Everybody wants to have a 2x2 or 3x3, wants to have the biggest TVs in their bar or capabilities to watch the game. So just remember, we can cover that. Multi-view is great for that residential side of things. It's something we see very often. The man cave in a box solution that we do offer with that 4x2 multi-view matrix. This is great for digital signage as well. And again, there's a lot of different options for any application, but we can cover it all, whether it be IP or matrix units. Our HD-based matrix units. So we do have entry level and pro series. On the website, if you were to go to our evolution matrices, there's 2 receiver options that we can put in there. They do work compatible with each other, so it doesn't have to just be one or the other. Again, HDMI inputs, cat cable outputs, and this will give us the ability to extend that signal 131 feet. It will do the 4K to 1080p scaling, so we don't have to worry about any handshake issues. That's not a problem. We do have some ARC capabilities with some audio breakouts, as well as an audio matrix with our Pro Series. Another good thing about our matrices is that we do have the ability to throw those third-party control systems on there, so we can integrate those into our control systems that may be controlling the lights, displays, shades, anything like that. We can also throw our products onto those. Our Evo IP or HDMI over IP, same as the extender, except rather than it connecting to each other with a cat cable, we're now throwing a network switch in the middle. What this gives us the ability to do is we are now not bound to the inputs and outputs of a matrix or an extender set. We have a limitless number of displays and sources that we can share. We do have a user interface on the website, or if you wanted to use the app, that's another way to be able to control everything here. We are able to do video walls with this up to 25 displays. So that's a 5x5, which is a very large video wall. We can do digital signage with this, as well as we do have a light version for 1080p applications that will help keep that budget down a little bit, but still give us all of the capabilities of the full 4K. Again, this would integrate well with a third-party control system to give us that full control of the system that we do need. Our commercial audio solutions. So going through, we'll talk a little bit about Sonic Vortex. Our amplifiers do have a 2-year warranty, and our speakers are lifetime warranty. So anything Beale Street is going to be lifetime warranty as far as speakers go. We do offer 70 volt and 4 and 8 ohm, and in ceiling, in wall, on wall, outdoor, pendant, sub options, as well as some different amplifier options as well. Rather than going through every speaker that we do have, as you can see, we do have quite a few of them. This is another great chart that we do offer that kind of breaks down the features of all of our speakers and what they all offer, as well as their sizing. As you can see, this red Sonic Vortex logo, this is a patented technology. And what this does is wraps the sound around the back of the speaker. So all of our Beale Street speakers, minus the basic line, comes with basically a back box built onto it. And what it does is it wraps that sound around it. And there are 6 ports on the front of these speakers. And it pushes that sound and bass through the front of those speakers. So a normal industry speaker loses about 30% of sound coming out of the back. Ours loses 10. So what that does, if we're in multi-dwelling units, apartments, there's a lot less sound bleeding through to floors above us, or apartments to the side of us if we're doing in-wall, and pushes that sound out. Deeper sound, deeper bass, just a lot better quality sound. This is our commercial speakers, outdoor speakers, some of our residential and commercial amps. And as you can see here, it does give you a list of the main features and capabilities. And then we are doing a training, I believe, on Friday for our 70 volt side of things that we will dive a little bit deeper into the audio side of things.
Hey, Dale.
Yes.
Got a question. Do all the outdoor speakers also have a lifetime warranty?
Yes, if it's Beale Street, it will have that lifetime warranty.
Good to know. Good question, Lindsay. Thank you.
Yep. These are some of our amps, a little deeper dive into amps here. We do have our commercial and residential. I'm sure you've seen these around the branches. Down here at the bottom, we do have some of our in-wall amps, some 30-watt amps if we want to do Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, have some volume control there as well. And again, we'll dig more into these on Friday and go through a really deep dive into what the capabilities are, and what we can offer as far as projects and things like that. But it is good to know that we do have them and can cover a broad range depending on budget and what's needed for a project. Our outdoor package that I believe we've been selling through you guys pretty decently. So this is 4 pendant speakers for us. Comes with the outdoor connections as well as a 10-inch sub. Pretty simple. It comes with some speaker wire as well. Pretty simple. It gives us the ability to create that outdoor system that we would like and not have to piece together a bunch of different things. And if we ever wanted to add more speakers, we can do that as well. The only thing we need to add to this is the amp. And that just comes down to choice of amp and what you need the system to be doing. Pulse audio, we talked a little bit about this being the audio accessory side of things. It's kind of where we find those wall plates, those 2-channel amps, an audio matrix we have in there as well. We also have our video bar in there as well. Comes with a 4K tracking, speaker, microphone, all built right into this video bar. Again, here's some more of our amps on the Pulse audio side of things. Some 2-channel 8 ohm, some 70 volt, and then multi-channel 8 ohm as well. Would all be in that Pulse audio side of things for you. The converters, extenders, extractors, this is where Pulse Audio, where we do a lot of the business in the Pulse Audio side of things. So the digital to analog converters, HDMI audio extractors, and then audio extenders over Cat6. This is where Pulse Audio does a lot of its business, is kind of changing over that audio transmission with some of our converters. As you can see, we do have mic preamps, things like that we can throw into a project as well if need be. ProCell, again, this is the professional side of Duracell. We are a preferred partner of theirs. We do keep these in our warehouse. So if it is something needed, it does ship right from Chicago for you. We offer everything from little coin batteries to D batteries, 9-volt, things like that. Everything needs batteries that you do, whether it's the on-wall security or TV remote or whatever the case may be. We do offer those as well. It's something, again, make it a one-stop shop. We don't have to go anywhere else to grab batteries. We offer it right there for you. Monster Power.
We also stock these well in all of our locations at 21st Century. So make sure you pick them up.
Monster, everybody kind of knows the Monster name. We do have quite a list of Monster products, from surge protectors to HDMI cables to even just some audio cables. We have those as well. Again, stocked right in our warehouse in Chicago, and these can be combined with any Vanco orders. If we are doing project registration, things like that, this can be added on there. TenMat, this is the product we talked a little bit about in the beginning, the fire protection products. As you can see here, basically it's just a cover that goes over the speaker or lights. If they're in the ceiling, we have those as well. And what this will do is now, if there happens to be a fire in the project, wherever that may be, these will enclose around the light or speakers, and protect those products. Now, it will not last the entire fire if it's a big fire and lasts for quite some time. It gives us about 1 to 2 hours of fire protection. Chances are anything over than that, the building's going to be pretty destroyed anyway. But this does give us that little extra protection just in case it is something that's able to be contained. We don't lose the product that's in the ceiling for us. Again, this does not ship from our warehouse. So just something to keep in mind. The PO can be placed through us. That's not a problem. But it will ship from New Jersey. We can still drop ship this, not a problem. Same ordering process as everything else. Just if you see it come in, it may say New Jersey on it. It's still the correct product. Some other things that we offer at Vanco is the training. Right on our website, you can go to our LMS and kind of go through all of our products. If you wanted to, just learn about Beale Street, you can just do Beale Street. If you want to learn just about one speaker, you can do that as well. You don't have to go through the entire product line to be able to do this, which makes it nice that you can go at your own speed. There's no tests or anything like that. Just kind of gives you the nuts and bolts about all of our product and anything you want to learn about. We can do one-on-one webinars as well. If we wanted to dive a little further into something, that's always something we can set up and do, as well as do customize for you. Our project registration, something to keep in mind here. What this does, it will help make sure we have everything we need for a project. Make sure everything's going to work that we do need for a project, as well as protect you. This will keep your end user from going to other installers and trying to price cut you or anything like that. This will give us the ability to protect you guys, as well as make sure we have everything that we do need for a project. Another great thing to utilize on the website is our AV questionnaire, as well as our 70-volt questionnaire. if you fill this out on our website, if you have a project coming up, what this will do is this will then send us an alert. Okay, Jim filled this out. Here's what he's looking at. This will give us the ability to give you a call and say, hey, what's going on? What do you need? It will also give us a chance to go over and make sure that all the product that you think you need is included in there, and it will give us a chance to make sure we're not missing anything or fine tune the project that we need to do. So that, again, we do have that for the audio side of things as well as the video side of things. So if you are a little unsure of what you may need, this is a great tool to fill out. We can go over it together and make sure that we're not missing anything for you. And that is everything I have for you guys. I'm sure there are a few questions in there.
Yeah, we have some questions, Dale. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
great
absolutely.
presentation, great review of the entire line, and like I said, fantastic questions, everybody. So good, in fact, that we're going to give away a couple prizes. Also going to give away. You didn't go over this, Dale, but they make this great speaker. It's called the Solar X from Monster. It's a solar powered speaker, essentially. It's something to use. I mean, it's not gonna. You could daisy chain them, right? It's not gonna blow your neighbors away. It's a smaller speaker, but it's solar power. It sounds great. It's Bluetooth. So we're gonna be raffling that off. Pedro Dominguez won, and Kevin Eccles. You're both the winners for HDMI kits and that Solar X. Let's go through a couple of these questions real quick before we break. What extender will support 8K signals?
Ooh, so 8K is tough. As far as extender wise, we do not have a pure 8K extender. That's going to be more on the HDMI cable side of things to send that signal along. I'm assuming normally where we run into that is going to be on the computer gaming side of things. So we're trying to send that from a computer to a display. Good chance is the computer is relatively close to the display. As far as extender wise, not something we offer, but we do have the 8K cables, which would give us that capability to send that picture.
Perfect. Let's see here. They also asked or a switcher, which will have full 8K HDR option. So is there a switcher? HDMI
switcher that has
full 8K / HDR options?
8K. I have a splitter that is 8K. We do not have. I'm trying to look right now. Switcher, we do not have 8K, but I do have the splitter that is 8K
We have
4K.
splitters. Yeah, splitters, not switch. Okay.
Yep.
Is there a single box ARC breakout piece you have? Yeah, that's the
Yep. We have the ARC and
E-ARC
EARC,
well, right?
What's that?
E-ARC and ARC. You have an E-ARC and an ARC.
Yep, correct. Yep, we can do either one.
Okay. Let's see here, and then last one. Any plans for 120 hertz for gamers? I don't know if that's.
Yep. So we can do that a few different ways. We do have a splitter that can do that. Gives you that 4K 120 hertz. Or if you just use our 8K HDMI cables, that's going to give you the 4K 120 rather than trying to send that obviously over a CAT cable. That's not going to work. But yeah, our 8K HDMI cables are going to have that 4K 120 that the gamers would be looking for.
Sweet. This is a good question about the 10 mat installation. How are they installed? Do they fold in?
No, so they just go
right on top,
right over the top. Yep, just slides right over the top of it.
Okay. Let's see here. How fast do you generally respond on those AV distribution questionnaires? I mean, you guys get back to them within 24 hours or shorter than that?
Within a day. within a day. Because what if it automatically sends us an email alert to whoever it's supposed to be going to, and then I'd say within 24 hours we're going to be responding to that.
Very good. Let's see here, and the outdoor pendant. Oh, outdoor pendants, are those tappable? They have 70-volt and 8 ohm, or are they
the
just
outdoor pendants are? Let's take a peek. Audio's a little. Let me check for you. Can't quite remember. Let's see what we got on the outdoor pendant.
We have two different versions of it.
Yes, we have the 4-inch and we have the 6.5-inch. So they are 8 ohm.
They're 8 ohm. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Again, last one. I mean, we have 120 people here, so
but they are tappable to 270.
Oh, they are. Okay, so they have taps on them. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Right on the back on both of them, the 4-inch and the 6.5.
There you go, John. Okay. Let me see. The 4K splitter. Do you have 4K splitter with audio breakout?
Ooh. Let's see, splitter.
Good questions. First thing in the morning.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Have you ever been tested this early?
No, this is a good way to put my product knowledge to the test. Yeah. Not seeing with audio breakout as of right now, but give me 1 second. I can double check that splitter we said. No, I'm going to say no. Everything we have splitter wise is going to be, just pretty basic HDMI to HDMI splitter. But there is one that, let me check on real quick if we do need it. It's the only one I can think of, but even then I don't. Yeah, it doesn't. It's just cat cable out instead of HDMI.
Okay. Okay, here's the same purchase, but 10 mat installed. So it's installed after the sheetrock, or does it only work in drop ceiling? The 10 mat.
That's where we see 99% of the time. That's where it's going to be. Yeah, it's going to be in the drop ceiling.
Okay.
Not that it won't work in wall. It will, because it's still tied down. If it is in wall, but 99% of the time, it's more in that commercial side of things where it needs to be. They need to have that assurance or the fire inspector needs to see that it's all fire rated.
Right.
Is where we see that.
Well, thank you, Dale. Very good. Just to recap the poll too. Thank you everybody for answering the poll questions. Looks like over 60% of you are already using Vanco. 30% of you are not, but you're open to trying them. So hopefully after this presentation, if you haven't been using Vanco or the Pulse, Monster, all the products that are in the Beale Street and the Vanco lineup, please contact your sales rep. They can get you set up and start selling those products to your clients. So really appreciate everybody joining. We got about 10 minutes before the next training. You won't want to miss it. But Dale, really appreciate your time, buddy. Thanks for running through this with us.
Oh, thank you guys. I appreciate it. If you guys need anything, let me know.
Thank you, everybody. Take care. See you soon.
Guys.